good evening. It is 7 p.m. on Monday, August the 17th, and I will call to order the Monday, August 17th Board of Select Person Board meeting. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Thank you, everybody. We're a little light tonight. We still have some illnesses and other commitments going out, but still need our quorum. With that being said, we'll just quickly do the, we have any questions on the payroll or manifest?
No. I'll make a motion to accept the accounts payable of 8/17/2026 and the payroll of 8/18/2026.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna push minutes off till next meeting because we don't have a quorum for votes. We don't have enough people here from last time. To quickly, we can just hammer through this quickly and we'll get down to the tax deed properties part. So, Board of Selectmen reports from boards, committees, and departments. Steve?
I'll start with the recreation. Some programs concluded. They're getting ready for after school care and some of the fall programs, but everything seems to be going quite fine. So
Excellent. With Mr. Ryan not being here, he's quite assigned to many things, but in terms of the highway department, I did talk to Mr. Black, and I'll let Ellen will discuss the 152 project, but they are moving forward, preparing for Ledge Farm. They have been finishing up on the library parking lot, which if you have not seen the upper, lower, and walkway, the paving looks great. And then they're also got everything set, so I don't know when the lights are supposed to be put in next, but
I think they're waiting on the electrician to actually give them the schedule on that as well.
okay. But the base paving's done, and we're still in the summertime, so we've got lots of lights. So I believe the highway department will be jumping in and out to just clean up the edges and get it for use, but it is significantly improved from before.
I missed what about the lights themselves?
We don't know yet, Steve. Recycling center, I was up there, and everything's still going good. We're probably going to have to look at whenever we get, maybe with this budget season or whatever, maybe even a used one or with extra money or something, look for a new forklift. The one that we have is kind of the only tool we have up there, and it is definitely long in the tooth and several issues, little leaky. So if we could try to find something there. I don't know if the New Hampshire the Beautiful has anything to keep rusted oil leaking equipment off, but still having the same issues with recyclables in terms of there is no real recycling market. We're getting rid of things as we can, but except for metal and corrugated cardboard, everything else, and like the tin cans and stuff, but everything else is going at a cost. We're not making a profit. We'll go over to you, see what you got.
I'll start with fire. I'm the liaison to the fire department. They are operating under the acting direction of the deputy fire chief, Matt Peterson, and a shout out to him. He's doing a great job in the absence of Chief Curry, who's out on medical leave. There'll be a spaghetti supper fundraiser for Matt Curry and his family on September 12th. Also a raffle. It's from 4 to 8 p.m. in the gym here in the community center. There will be tickets available in advance, but they haven't gone on sale yet. Again, that's September 12th, and it's $10 a plate. Excuse me. Also, shout out to Alexandra Campbell.
Where's it going to be held?
Here in the gym, yeah. And I wanted to shout out to Alexandra Campbell, who organized this, put everything together. They're doing pretty well over there, considering. They have some new folks coming in, and a couple of new EMTs. Everybody is really grouping together to help out while Matt Curry is out. and things seem to be going pretty well. They've been doing a lot of trainings. Budget Committee will meet on Thursday, September 10th at 7 p.m. in this conference room, and we'll be dealing with the constraints of paying the town bills and services under a 4% tax cap. And finally, Facilities Committee, on this little post-it, we met last Thursday on August 13th. The next meeting of the Facilities Committee is Wednesday, September 10th at 5:30 across the hall in the small conference room. We are starting to submit a Gantt chart of each of us took a particular part of town, and we're submitting what needs to be done after meeting with the facilities and the people who work there. We're coming back again to looking at software for managing town facilities and the need for a facilities manager. And we're also starting to think about if our police department is moved over to the fire station, remodeling that and putting executive administration and all the admin offices in over there. So that's what's cooking.
Excellent, thank you. Town administrator.
In absence of Adam, I do know the police station building committee, the chief, and the team from Ritchie Construction is meeting this Thursday at 2 at the police station. So they're just continuing. I haven't read through the minutes yet, so I can't really report other than that, but that is another committee that's gonna be meeting.
I do know that they've like done some test pits and they've done some other stuff for basic groundwork to put their put their proposal and the engineering and everything together.
They've looked at some pictures.
The household hazardous waste collection, I was just notified by the town of Raymond this morning that that collection is actually going to be held this Saturday, August 22nd. It's from 8 to noon at the end of Industrial Drive, just north of exit 4 on Route 101 in Raymond. If you visit the announcements page on the town website, there is a list of acceptable and unaccepted items there for you to review. But if you have anything that the recycling center will not normally take, any of those hazardous products, then you can dispose of them with quantity limitations, of course, on this one day a year that we participate with 2 other towns. Regarding,
Just for the record, it's free, right,
it is free.
for town residents?
It's free for town residents. The town does, so Nottingham, Raymond, and Auburn all sponsor the event to take place, so there is a sponsorship or a contribution that the town pays on behalf of the program. Excuse me. Regarding the Route 152 bridge over North River, the road has been base paved. Curbing was installed on Saturday and the bridge rail was installed today. The guardrail installation is scheduled for tomorrow. The sheet piles will be removed on Wednesday and Thursday, followed by a finish pave on Friday. Pavement markings are scheduled for Saturday, and the road is expected to fully reopen to two-way traffic Saturday afternoon. I had posted an announcement last week that there was hope that the bridge would be open to single lane alternating traffic as early as this week. We weren't sure of a definitive date. Chief Von Woodman checked in on the project today and I guess was not really led to believe that. So I did reach out to the project manager and got that update. So we are hopeful for the bridge reopening to take place as soon as this Saturday.
Can we make sure that, I don't know about if it needs to go to the SAU, but like where the Co-Brown bus comes over here, so just the bus route. They should know, but I'm just making sure we.
Yeah, we as soon as I get updates, I send them off to the school. Well,
Okay.
I hope that.
That's why I just wasn't sure if it went to them, and Co-Brown starts on Wednesday,
Okay. This Wednesday?
this Wednesday.
I
Okay.
mean, the school bus-
Only Co-Brown. Co-Brown for freshmen is Wednesday, the rest of them return on Thursday. The rest of the schools don't start until the Wednesday before Labor Day, but Co-Brown starts in 2 days.
It's early.
Sure is.
Thank you.
Always early.
I will make sure we get a notice over to them. It's this Saturday from 8 to 12. Correct, in Raymond. Due to the Labor Day holiday, your next select board meeting will be held on September 14th. We postponed it a week, so you'll actually have back-to-back weeks, the 14th and the 21st. If anything arises that requires attention sooner, would the board like to tentatively schedule a work session on August 31st? That way we kind of break up the month in between. I also kind of figured it would be an opportunity. We had some items that we just keep passing along. One of them is going to be the municipal rentals policy tonight because there isn't one prepared for you to review. It could be an opportunity for us to have a little bit of a lengthier discussion on some of these items that we sidebar.
I mean,
Or we could potentially do it next Monday too. I was just trying to think, it's almost 4 weeks between your
no,
meetings.
let's just, I mean, I don't think we need to hard schedule it. If there's enough stuff, I'm not gonna come in for the one municipal facilities review, but if we have enough other stuff, then we can,
Just tentatively have it.
yeah, we can build in another meeting if we need to. That is a super long gap. That would be 1, 2, 3, that would put us 4 weeks between meetings, which is really far. So.
Yeah, and then we jump. The week of the 21st is when you're gonna start looking at your first look at your budgets and everything, so.
Plus with the election on the 8th, that would just help tie anything else together, so. I'm open to it, let's just make sure we have
Okay,
the need to come together for that.
I won't schedule a meeting just to meet. I'll
I'm
make sure
just
that we have
gonna
intended purpose.
Keep it open on the 31st.
Charlotte, you.
And with that being said, the primary election and special town voting session will be held on Tuesday, September 8th. The polls will be open from 7 to 7. We will need to coordinate the setup of the voting booths, tables, and other election equipment because typically town staff does it the day before. Obviously, the day before is a recognized holiday for town staff, being Labor Day. And so I would just like to put it out there publicly that we will be looking for people to assist with that. The voting booths are old and they can be challenging if you don't know what you're doing with assembly, so we will certainly, reach out to any of the normal duty crew that helps put them together, assemble them, and see what we can come up with.
Did we have somebody in on Friday? I think
Um,
there wasn't there?
So the town staff is in on Friday, however, the highway department's on 4/10, so they don't normally work.
Or was there somebody in the gymnasium?
The gym, yes, I believe it's either karate or martial arts, whichever one. And then Saturday is the Betty's basketball, but we've already canceled them. So we have the potential to come in Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's just a matter of it being a holiday weekend. Some people travel, so I don't know what availability is going to be.
And could we move Friday's events too?
I absolutely, I mean, we have time to plan for that, so
Just a thought.
I guess I'm looking to you to
I think that would be helpful.
I think it would work out better.
if we could just do it on Friday with staff available.
Staff.
I'm sure I can
we
probably
don't have to
assemble enough people to make it happen, and then we'll just,
Or we'd
Quarter
have to
off.
move karate.
Depends what time we pull it up to. It's early enough, but at the same point, like, that would be the 4th. I mean, school's back in, whatever, just with it being Labor Day, people usually take advantage of that. Having people come in to set stuff up might not be the ideal way to.
I think Friday would
Friday.
be preferable with
Okay.
staff, so that we know we're set. I gotta look,
Friday, the 4th of September.
sorry.
All right, so I will pull together and
We're good.
work with rec to get that Friday evening taken care of. Other than that, there was some miscellaneous correspondence that was sent through, and I didn't in detail outline it, but do you have any comments that you would like to make on that? We had some, we had a email recommending or suggesting that the board investigate a lease or a rental of the Town Beach Access Road that would potentially open up some additional coverage options. I did respond that that was one of the avenues that we've kind of looked at through legal. We did get notice that there is a Board of Tax and Land Appeals for a denial for a veteran's tax credit that was applied for in this year. So that will be going to the Board of Tax and Land Appeals. Avatar as our assessing agent will be there representing us for that hearing, but that hearing notice has been posted at the town office here as required. It is a public hearing.
So just the person believes that they're still eligible for it?
Correct.
Okay.
So that's their appeal process. They can either appeal to the Board of Tax and Land Appeals, and they can be
Did
determined that way, or they
try
can
to
go to
explain
Superior
it
Court.
before they,
Yes.
okay. Okay. We're pretty liberal on those.
Did I mention the library? Yes, that was mentioned earlier.
Yep. All right, so do you want to talk about any of your motions, or you want to wait and move them over here? We'll wait over and do them over here. Okay. What?
Just gonna say, might be nice to go to the deeded properties.
You want to jump ahead?
Yeah, let's do that, and then I can whip through assessing afterwards.
All right, so let's talk about the tax deeded properties, using the abutters bid option list. And so I believe it is you two gentlemen here specifically for the tax deeded properties?
No, he's just with me.
Okay, are you here for the?
Yeah.
Which one in particular are you here for?
10B?
And 2B.
Right, and 2B, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the one on Smoke Street.
Yep. So I do believe the one for the 102B that we have, while researching it, discovered some title issues. So we're not gonna be able to move forward with it at the current time. Linda, you want to describe what you found in
In a nutshell?
I would prefer not to telephone this and make it completely wrong.
Okay. I was looking for something completely different, and I found that the town had tried to sell this property through a real estate market transaction back in 2021. And the buyer had a title search completed on it, and it appears that when the town tax deeded it almost, I think this was the one that was almost 30 years ago, the parcel was subject to be subdivided, and the town had only tax deeded a portion, like 2/3 of the total parcel. So there is question that the previous owner still has interest in a portion of it, even though it's one lot of record. So of the 12 acres, I think the town actually only has legal parameters over about 7 acres.
For subdivision purposes, the current owner is.
I think it got messy and the process never completed.
It was, at that time, back in 2021, it was, there was correspondence between the town administrator at that time and legal counsel about ways that it could be corrected, and it was going to come with either a cost or other legal parameters that the Board of Selectmen at that time chose not to
Was
pursue.
there ever a subdivision fully or partially
No.
approved at that point?
Not that I'm aware of. I have to do further looking into it at this point.
But then when it went into it, it only shows us owning part of it.
Right.
So it's still one parcel of record, but the town of Nottingham only deeded a portion of that.
You know what part of that it would be, front or back, you know, towards Smoke Street or towards the back corner?
I
don't know.
I don't know at this time.
This is relatively recent, so we wouldn't be able to move forward with that one in particular right now until we get that sorted out and we have clear title, or as clear as could be, but at least have it reconnected into one lot.
Any proposed timeframe for that to be on the other side of that hole, the questions all on the table?
No, I mean, this is something that the last couple of years that I've been on here, I've been trying to move through these properties, and now we're finally moving, but with that, when you start uncovering stuff, the dust starts to move and you start to find issues with stuff. And several of these that got sent out, we would have people, hey, I thought I owned that, whatever. So a bunch of them got like pulled back but this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it cleaned up, either put parcels correctly on people's land or find these problems. If they're clean and we can move them, we will move them. We have no reason to hold on to anything that we don't.
Does the town have a preference as to whether they would like to see, or what they would like to see happen to that property? Be it subdivision or stay as is?
No, I mean, if it were even, I don't know enough about the parcel in particular, but I mean, if it met the requirements and somebody went forward to the planning board and it could be, I mean, that's whoever owns the land owns that at that point in time.
Right now, it's a viable parcel that, I mean, it's buildable, it has road access, it has the correct amount of frontage.
It just, when we got looking, the title's not clear, so it's supposed to be 12 and we apparently deeded 7 and we don't know what's up with the other 5 is my general. But it should all be together, it's just the tax deeding to us only stated one thing because it never got separated out before. So it was like somebody took the proposed subdivision plan that never got approved and tax deed that part, but it never got approved. So could it be a simple one? I'm not really sure. That is definitely not something, I am definitely not familiar enough with it.
I mean, our legal counsel has changed hands and obviously people that were involved are no longer on the board. My position's changed, so we'll have to do some more research before we figure out the correct path forward.
I think the intent on our end would try to be to keep it as is. We would prefer not to see it developed, although Nottingham seems to be a ever-growing town, and there's probably some tax advantages for the town to see it subdivided.
I mean, I prefer large parcels that one person owns myself, but that's,
Well, that's the mission on this team, by the way.
What's your team name again?
so,
What was your name?
My name is Rob Barnes.
so Ed, with that, I believe, if you send in a deposit or something like that, everything will be returned back.
But she's here right now, can I just give them the
Yeah,
deposit back
you
on
can
that?
have that.
It's just a check, right? You can just shred it if you want to.
Well, it's your check, we'll let you shred it. So, we are sorry, but the intent of starting this was to find these and then, and to clean them up and move forward, so I mean,
You'll keep us informed of any developments, new developments, one way or the other, so that we can.
yep, it'll probably go through the exact same process first, like doing the,
Does the town have a reserve on the property? In other words, is there a certain minimum bid that they would take if?
that is not what we don't have anything set minimum on these. I mean, this, of all the properties that we're looking at, this one is the most normal in terms of being road frontage. Well, but in terms of like road frontage and access and stuff like that, a bunch of the other ones don't really have access, which is why they've typically gone to the abutters, because it was like, we are not in the business of creating non-conforming properties. That's 2 acres, 200 feet of frontage is like what and then if people want to go through the planning board and do the mass grouping cluster housing or whatever that they do, that gets set into its own thing because that has conservation growth onto it, but
Are you guys abutted?
And that parcel does have road access to Smoke Street with the,
According to the tax maps, that's what we're not sure of is which portion of it that the town actually owns and the prior owner has interest to.
So if it came back around to, okay, everything, the smoke is settled, everything's clean, and you would follow the same procedure as was done the last time around, you just a sealed bid to the abutters, and then the highest bidder would be accepted. Is that how it would work?
It really depends on what the board chooses to move forward. So they have the authority that was granted to them at town meeting to dispose of town properties as they see fit. There is a process, whether they go through a sealed bid process or open it up to a real estate transaction. In this case, we tried to focus on a few parcels that were essentially landlocked and really didn't have any other use. This one got added into the mix. I don't know if it was erroneously on my part or how it happened, or maybe because we knew that there was questions. So it was really just to kind of incentivize the abutting property owners by maybe making a non-conforming lot more conforming, or just taking a smaller, we talked about a sliver of land at the last meeting, it was 0.05 acre. It really doesn't make sense to have it as a parcel of its own. It only makes more sense to be part of the abutting property. So that's what we were trying to focus on. This one was the unicorn of the batch.
Go figure.
So, and then, but the stipulations it had before, whereas if it went to an abutter,
It had to be merged.
it had to be merged into the current lot, and I don't know if we would put any, or if we could put other stipulations in terms of like years on that and have you be like, oh, you had 12, well, I had 15, now I got 30, and I'm gonna, I'm not gonna get into that, right? That's way down the road. This was just late breaking to me.
Very large parcel that is also an abutter, I assume, I understand.
I believe the large parcel is considered, that's Mulligan Forest or not?
No.
No? Okay, because the same parcel, I just see the name.
Is the Mulligan Forest, the forest that you're talking about, the large piece that's?
No, there was a title issue for something else.
No, the title issue was on the
10-2B.
12.0, yeah,
Yeah.
10-2B. It was 12.07 acres.
Very interesting,
Okay.
and we're here to gather
Yeah, we're-
information and learn, that's all.
Same here. I mean, I'm the one that kind of kept kicking to make this happen, and then it
Will even
happened.
come up for another bid process or not this year.
Yeah,
May not.
so we just wanted, that's why she wanted us to jump ahead. We knew you guys were here
Yeah, I didn't
listening,
want you to
so.
stay here and then be disappointed at the end of the night.
You get in trouble, roll up and smoke.
That's right. Always,
We
never
still
miss an
gotta stick
opportunity,
around to help
Steve.
Steve get out of his chair, so.
He's here.
All right, so now that we go back into this list of the parcels, I see the one was listed for 1.8. Do we want to talk about that one
Thank
specifically
you for your
first?
time.
Yes, thank you very much for being interested, and we're sorry that there was a hiccup, but we'll try to work through
Hope
it.
we'll see you again in the future.
We'll kick it off on Monday and send it to title correspondence and try to get it cleaned up.
So parcel, tax map 1, lot 8 was the one that the board took action on
Right.
at the August 3rd meeting. So that sold to Rula Asadi.
And then she's at parcel 1.7.
She owns 1-7.
Okay,
So
I'm trying to
that
understand
will be the
that.
parcel that will be merged into.
Okay,
So you have a purchase and sales agreement that's been executed by her. You just need to sign it this evening, and then it is on Barrington Road. It's map 1, lot 8. It's a 0.05 acre parcel.
and then, did this get reviewed by legal in terms of, I see the merger part in here. Did we send this to them or did they send it to us?
I drafted it and sent
Okay.
it. It was it's a template purchase and sales agreement that's been used on prior town transactions.
Yep, I see the merger part there. Do we care to talk about that one now, or are we gonna continue on with?
You have to approve that then?
Well, we did
It's already been
approve
approved.
that, yeah.
We have to
The last
sign,
meeting, yep.
So it's approved.
But the others we tabled, so.
correct?
Yeah.
So,
So in terms of the balance of the properties,
yep,
the board that was present at the August 3rd meeting was a quorum of 3, not including you, and the decision was made to table until there was a full board present, and we're in the same conundrum today.
do we feel that we can comfortably move on any of these properties? Are there any high standing issues you had? I mean, like, there's the one guy looking at two parcels. I mean, we've talked about moving on this stuff unless we have, I just don't have the tax map in front of me now.
The individual property files, if you would like to review them.
Nice. I mean, if you guys want, we can just say we're gonna table and we can table, or if you wanna talk about them, we can talk to try to.
There was some talk about putting a minimum bid in, which I don't feel comfortable with because that's not how we started out,
Right.
to change it. I mean, I guess you could convince me otherwise, but I would feel comfortable moving on all of these and moving them along. And bringing some more money
With the
into the
exception of
town.
10-2B.
Right, of course.
Alright, so those are no bid on the first one, and the second one we've talked about, it seems like would work well by them. So then, if I'm looking at 1-91, so map 1, lot 91. And
0.05 acres.
The butter is one tech 89. I'll let you look at the map for.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that bid price. I want to approve that one personally.
What's the size on this? I got that right here.
0.05, I believe.
0.5 again. I mean, that other one was waterfront. I mean, what else are you gonna do with that? I don't even know you could put a mobile home on that. Actually, as 616, they demoed a 10 by 54 mobile home off from that piece of land. So it's been sitting vacant since 2017. And they're not gonna be able to put it into current use, it's too small. So it's just gonna increase there.
It's not much of a bid though. $150.
Maybe they won't bid at all next time.
Okay. Yeah, strong on that one. We can wait and see if we can get, I mean, if Steven doesn't seem strong on it, it's not gonna be
No?
much of a vote.
You two can still override me.
I mean, I guess we are. So map one, lot 117, and map 1, lot 118. This is all in that same,
Rozier Place, which is
yeah, you can
Cooper
just
Hillside,
kinda,
down by Water Street, Pine Street.
you can just see what this is gonna become, Steve.
I can deal with that one.
I think that's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's technically no other abutter,
There you go.
and all we're doing is just cleaning that all up. When we'll just go to the lot of the current owner that's, so we'll just go to map 133. Like,
Correct,
do we
that'll
care
just
which
be
way
one
that that
parcel.
goes? We don't care which way, like which number stays.
It would be the improved parcel.
Okay,
So if is there a property? Nope, there is not. I don't see that there are any structures.
on anything,
No, there's no structures. There are 3 vacant parcels.
but it might be
But
enough
this
that they
would be
might
a-
build.
Correct. So this would be a scenario where you take a 0.44 acre parcel.
0.44 and add on 0.37 and
0.16.
0.16, I mean, they're at an acre, but it's not like they could do anything else anyway. I would feel like the planning board would.
Feel comfortable accepting that.
So town's been offered a bid of $1,500. Do we say what we're getting for these? Bid of $1,500 for map 1, lot 117 to be merged to map 1, lot 133. And for map 1, TAC 118 was given an additional $500, same bidder and same abutting property of map 1-133. And it's basically an island of 3 parcels with roads all the way around. It's the only person that's there. So for a total bid for the 2 lots of $2,000 for very small lots. Do we have any more
Yep.
debate or anything, Steve?
I can live with that.
Okay.
All right.
Make a motion to accept the bid on parcels 1-117 and parcels 1-118.
Do we have to say what they are?
Second.
For the total amount of?
Oh, sorry, for the total amount of $2,000.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so
To be
separate.
clear, we have tabled 1-91, is that correct?
Correct. Lot 10-2-B is gonna be tabled. Technically withdrawn until we can get the title applications, the title cleaned up, so we actually know what we owe or what we are in control of
Is that the one you were just talking about?
with those gentlemen there,
Yeah.
correct?
Before the gentleman?
So now we're gonna move to parcel will be map 20 lot 3. sorry. All right, on Priest Road. And this is a 1 acre lot, vacant, wooded, partially wet. And the abutter would be 20-10.
Bertha follow.
Is it the one way down here?
Zoom out here.
It just says where she lives is at map lot 20-10, but I do see that 20-4 has her name on it as well.
I'm just verifying that. That is correct, so she owns 20-4 as well.
Okay. So you can see the little notch. That's a fair bit. I mean, we bought the land behind the recycling center at 4,000 an acre. This would be 5,000. So the bid for the map 20 lot 3 is 5,000. And that would be encompassed into
20-4.
20-4,
The
which is
20-10 is incorrect in that note section. It should be 4.
okay. 20-4.
It's the directly abutting property.
Yep.
To its east.
And then the other side of it was conservation that was already owned. Any commentary?
Is that $5,000?
Correct.
Would the conservation department not be interested in it?
They own a big 47 acres right there. This seems like a weird little,
I didn't know if they would be offered.
yeah.
They would have been offered as a direct abutter.
And they didn't bid.
Comfortable?
Okay with that one.
Conservation's in pink. Little tiny yellow dot is the thing in question, and the person that's looking to do it was just kind of squaring off something that you feel that they would have owned in the beginning. So, any discussion?
No.
Okay.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept a bid of $5,000 on partial 20-3.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Okay, last one that we have an active bid on is map 23 lot 5 on Smoke Street.
So I would just like to reference, the person that put in a bid on this property pulled together the information and just wanted to note that per the deed reference, the size actually calculates down a reduced amount. It's actually 0.4 acres, not 0.6 as we have it on the tax maps.
What?
It's less acreage than we're showing. Ours is estimated.
This says 0.6, this here says 0.34, I think. Okay.
That's, so the tax map is more accurate than what we've got on the assessment
Check
card.
through.
We're gonna call it 0.4.
Yep. Yep, and you can, there's Steve's picture's a little bit better.
Who's the owner of Six? Which is 2.5 acres. Is that all gonna be one?
That's the Zilch Family Trust. That's the person that put in the bid for 2,000.
So they'll own all of this.
Well, with this is one property with a house. This is a separate property with a separate house. It might be owned by the trust, but at the same time,
Yeah,
I think they're,
Two distinct properties.
right.
but they probably could subdivide and put another house in. It'd be enough property.
Well, there's already a house there.
I know.
Where else are they gonna put a property?
Is there a house here?
There's a house there and there's a house there, but I don't know how you would
Okay.
put in another house.
Yeah, the house is.
Yep.
The house is here. Takes up like the first third of the property. Sorry, my water bottle's moving away.
You could see through it.
So this is the parcel.
I mean, and if they decided they wanted to do that, that would just be another, they would have to go through the planning board and that would be another house built in. But I don't,
they'd have to give up another 80 feet of frontage to have the minimum road frontage for it to be a,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't meet the acreage requirement.
I think this is more just
It's supposed to
protecting
be
them,
two.
one, that this piece back here doesn't buy it and then becomes a driveway for the 17, I don't even know how much big this land is to be developed. If they own it, then nobody can go through it. So for this 0.3, we'll call it 0.4 acres between friends, for map 23 lot 5, a bid of $2,000 was offered.
I feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm over that.
All right.
I will make a motion to accept a bid of $2,000 for parcel 23-5.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, that's a little progress.
Okay.
And the 91 that we tabled, or even if we turned down, do we mention that we would like a slightly higher one? We don't have a minimum, but
Get out there. Mhm.
how are we handling that process? 34 dash.
Can bring it up to the full board, see if there's any support of getting rid of it. Would be my suggestion. Or we
So
can
we
then
are,
open up for bid if we ever determine what's happening on the other Smoke Street. Put them both up for rebid at that point.
Okay, this,
so do you wanna keep it tabled, or do you want me to return the deposit at this point?
Which road was that you delayed on?
It's map 1 lot 91,
it is a,
What street is it on?
Rogier Place,
Yeah.
Rogier,
Finally, I learned how to spell that right.
Rogier.
0.05. I mean, there's nothing on any of these lots, right?
Is that the one for?
That's the one in question there. And the bidder is just 89, which it looks like maybe they got another lot at some point because there's no 90.
Yeah, right.
Slowly edging so
Yeah, so it
91,
looks
92.
like so the bidder, it looks like he merged two parcels together into his, because,
because 90 doesn't exist
Match line.
anymore.
right. So here's his right here, and it actually still shows that they were 25-foot frontage
Yeah,
lots,
yeah.
now combined. So he'd just be combining it for another 25 feet.
I mean, what are you really hoping for, Steve?
Something a little more than $150.
It's
We
true.
want to buy more than ice cream.
Is that
I
what
mean-
you offered?
That would be nice, but
That was
we,
the offer, was $150.
we didn't set that parameter to begin with. And
Yeah,
had
but
to
we
go
have the
back.
opportunity to say yay or nay. That is
But
entirely
do we
within
really
our
wanna get
scope.
stuck with it if he decides not to?
What's to be stuck with?
This piece
What kind of
land
burden
still.
is it really on us?
Do we counter any of these, or we just say it was an unsealed bid, a random bid? Like if we countered with, we would at least take $500 or something.
How much money are we gonna put on our taxes by taxing that little piece of property? Is it gonna amount to anything?
More than if we
More
own
than if we
it.
don't, right? Be
Because
nice
if we
to-
own it, it's
I think
not,
it'd be
nothing's
nice to
ever gonna happen.
clean it up, but
I don't know how we can. Can we do counter back at all, like if we feel 150 is?
we had the option to put minimum bids on and we didn't.
So,
Yeah, we know we should.
to Steve's point, is a relatively low bid. I'm wishy-washy on whether or not I would accept it or not, so I will at least,
It has a present assessed value of $5,500,
for the sliver of land.
correct?
I mean, I would at least wait for more people to be here to buy in, and if we get enough people that are like, yeah, whatever, just get rid of it because we want to clean it up, I'm good, but if they want to
So
do more than
table it,
that,
table
yeah.
it until our next meeting.
Okay,
So we
Done.
tabled the one and got rid of the others.
I just had a question, should we talk about all these? These were good, those are done.
Congratulations, by the way. Now what you said, you've got
1, 2, we're talking about five parcels. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
not-
something.
That
not
was a big
nothing.
step, actually.
It was like 16,000.
Any of these like big parcel, like this one that just says no data for this other parcel next to it, the 3.5, like, was this the one in question?
I don't know which one you're looking at.
34-1,
34 dash.
or did you pull that? You
Right
said there
here.
was one that they came in, they thought it should have been part of it.
Yes, is that the one behind?
It technically is holding Mulligan's Pond.
Yes,
That's the
so
one that,
that's the one that's in question. That was supposed to be when it was
46
originally
acres.
established. The thought was that parcel was included in it as well.
so we're researching that as we speak.
So that's a
Okay.
pretty good chunk.
But a pretty good chunk that,
That potentially is part of that
how did I screw this up?
Oregon forest.
Sorry, I'm gonna,
Well, I think you had all the parcels that we offered.
no, they did, but I'm trying to make it clean. So here's 1.8, here's,
So the ones that I.
there
had
are other
originally-
parcels, Steve, that didn't have a bid, but then there was one that had a question on whether or not it should be technically part of Mulligan Forest.
Oh, okay.
So we just,
34.
it got, besides not having a bid, it got tabled, and some people that heard and saw were like, hey, we're pretty sure that should already have,
Oh,
part of the
Been-
Mulligan forest.
I didn't hear that.
correct.
So that one, and then the two on Stage Road, map 37 lot 20 and map 37 lot 20-A. That
Yep.
was 5 acres and 2.45
This is a
acres. I
Question on
have,
that title.
What'd you say,
there were two more properties that were offered under the sealed bid, a butter only option, and the abutting property owner came forward and is pulling together information. He believes that it's part of his main parcel, these two separate lots, so
already owned them, you mean?
So those are.
potentially we're waiting on proof.
And then this last little thing, this is right at the end of Dolph Dam Road, just, it is,
2 acres?
69
how is that 2 acres? All right, we'll go with it, yeah. Okay.
What about the one on Dolph Dam?
It's across the street, it's across Raymond Road from it, there's just a, if you pull to the, well, it's to the right, it's next to the river. No offers on it, but it's just kinda stuck. That one we'll probably end up holding on to, cause there's no benefit to really adding it to anybody's list for anything. Alright, so we've made it through the tax deeded properties. We're gonna finish signing the purchase and sales for the one that was bid on 8-3, and there are 4 others that we've made, accepted the offers tonight, which is good.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Could I
sir.
ask two more questions on, is it 10-2A?
10-2B as much as I'm able to answer.
I don't wanna take up a whole much more of your time, but I have 2 questions. Do you, when you are putting these up for bid, this one or any of the ones that are up for bid, do you do the title search on your end before you put it up, for sealed or unsealed bid?
No,
Okay,
there was
so-
some that have gone past the regulatory part. I think a lot of these were relatively clean. That one is probably why a large 12-acre parcel has been in our holding for so long. Cause road frontage in 12 acres, I mean, you think that it would have sold, and it was kind of a digging through and finding what do we own.
Yeah, I think you're starting to read through me. The second question is that I have, and then I'll leave you alone, and I appreciate your time once again. That the town now owns that piece of property, or at least you are under the belief that you own that piece of property,
That's correct.
and that has road frontage on Smoke Street.
You'd have to look at the thing. I believe it did.
So we could technically, drive up and park in front of the entrance from Smoke Street and walk onto that property without any illegal acts, or we walked from his property out to try to find it, and we got so lost out there. And we didn't wanna go walking up through somebody's front yard to.
Yeah, I
walk
would
out there.
definitely
Supposedly there's a
check-
shed or something out there too.
I would check the tax maps, but we do not have the land posted, so I believe it is open
Okay.
for,
Just
New
don't
Hampshire
think
is
so.
considered
Good
open
question.
walking.
wanna- Yeah, well, you just don't wanna,
Get shot.
Can you put this one?
You got it.
This is another to be held. These are the ones that we acted upon.
If, let's say he bid on it.
Yeah.
If we came back up for bid and he bid on it and he was $1 over the other guy.
Yeah.
And he won the bid. Before, would he buy it and then do a title search on it?
Yes.
Or- Okay, so he would own it before the title search was done? Or-
Yes, so the property is being sold in as-is condition with all
Okay.
faults, so the buyer assumes that as part of this.
So if it went through the last time around, he could have, if you didn't know what you know now,
Mhm.
he could have owned it.
Inherited
and then-
that.
And then said, okay, now I got a
Yeah.
problem that I didn't know
Right.
about.
Yes.
Right.
So, okay, no, it's great that was.
Yeah, I mean,
In the nick of time,
Otherwise,
yeah.
it's been a real nightmare.
yeah, we wanna make sure, and we have to do the due diligence that the prior owner doesn't have some form of still control of it. We don't wanna get into that,
Yeah.
so.
No,
How
that's,
much
do
footage-
your homework, that's cool.
How much footage on Front Street, on Smoke Street,
I don't know, that's,
what did you say it was?
we don't know. It's over there
10-2B.
somewhere.
Lot 10-2B, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, the frontage, I don't know the frontage.
Frontage, yeah.
But you have, if it's frontage on Smoke Street.
Yeah, there's some, and I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not positive. But with that, we're gonna cease the tax deeded property discussion.
Thank you very much again.
No, thank you. All good questions. We're learning. We're gonna jump back to assessing.
I will make a motion to grant the request for abatement from 2025 on map 17, lot 20.
Second?
This is my son.
Okay.
Got a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
So for discussion purposes, this was an abatement that had already come forward to you, and the assessor went back out there, viewed the property, and changed his recommendation, which is why it's coming back forward.
Which I think was great, actually, to take the time to help out. Okay, and I am going to make a motion to approve an issue of a warrant for said tax map and lot, which I'll repeat now, is map 7, lot 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry,
Go do the left side first.
sorry, yep. I got ahead of myself, sorry about that. Jeez Louise. Okay, I move to approve a land use change tax for map 7, lot 1-N-1, and a warrant to be issued for said tax map and lot.
I'll second that.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve a land use change tax on map 7, lot 1-N-2, and to issue a warrant for said map and lot.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye. I make a motion to accept the land use change tax on map 40, lot 14, as well as to issue a warrant for said map and lot.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye. And I'll make a motion to accept a land use change tax on map 46, lot 6-1, and to issue a warrant for said map and lot.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to accept a land use change tax for map 48, lot 2-3A, and to issue a warrant for said map and lot.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to accept the land use change tax on map 59, lot 39, and to issue a warrant for said map and lot.
Second?
I'll get a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And finally, I'll make a motion to accept the land use change tax on map 70, lot 25-5, and to issue a warrant for said map and lot.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any you didn't approve?
Negative.
No,
Assessing's done, no appointments, tax deeded properties, special event license for the Purple Heart, Purple Hope car, I can't say it, Taylor's gonna kill me. Purple Hope
Purple
Car Show, wow. She's totally gonna come here, but. All right, so, let me find that. I'm just gonna sign these in around, I'll use this. Special event license, here we go.
Yep, so the cash show's gonna be where?
Car show's here.
Okay,
Community center.
Community Center, 139 Stage Road. It'll be on Saturday, 10th, the proposed time is Saturday, 10/3 from 8 AM to 12 PM.
Which Saturday?
So you know the Purple Hope,
The date,
oh, the date,
Saturday, 10/3, so the,
what's the date of that Saturday?
October 3rd.
Saturday, October 3rd.
Thank you.
and then they're having on Sunday will be the Purple
5K.
Hope 5K off of Flutter Street.
So what's on Saturday then? I missed it.
Saturday is a car show,
A car show.
automotives. So there will be a portable toilet placed, arranged in advance, which will be kind of for this event and for the other event.
She's gonna have overflow parking at the Flutter Street garage and have a porta potty over there for both events.
Yep,
She's gonna utilize as much, I think she's going to keep the actual cars down to this lower lot and have spectators parking up in the dirt lot over at the side library lot if it's available in Flutter Street garage on Saturday,
October though,
potentially.
But,
Just utilize wherever she can for parking.
absolutely.
I believe Courtney has cleared the schedule as far as no soccer events will be here because she's also going to be utilizing the bandstand to have a live band, maybe some vendors.
and this will be the 3rd annual Purple Hope 5K, 1st annual potential Purple Hope Car Show. I know she was trying it before and was gonna try to do it at the school, it just didn't, it didn't.
Purple Hope?
Purple Hope.
So it's pancreatic
Pancreatic.
cancer.
Ah,
You've already got the 5K has already been approved.
That's right. That one was pretty easy. This one, I think we just had to make sure that the soccer people were aware and they're doing whatever they're doing. And the
area.
police detail coverage was arranged to the satisfaction of the police chief, which I wasn't sure if we needed additional coverage, but the chief's handling that. And everything's good. Proof of insurance. Any more discussion?
No, not as long as
All the
space is available.
All the correspondence here is basically fine, and I think they'll just plan on games being in other towns for soccer for that day. The youth soccer is probably the one thing, but they can probably just play that later. I'm not really sure.
Shall we make a motion?
With the caveat that the Titanicer, that's correct, that we can approve it, and we will, it's out there to waive the special application fee due to it being a Nottingham town resident and affecting a nonprofit.
Do you want me to read all this again? Nope. Okay, we're good. All right, I'm gonna make a motion, see if I can say Purple Hope, to approve the Purple Hope Car Show on Saturday, October 3rd, from approximately 8 AM to 12 PM, and to waive, the license application fee of $50.
Second that?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. Good luck, Taylor. All right, policy procedure review. So for we're not gonna do the municipal facility rentals, and then for the
NDAs.
non-disclosure one, had that already been cycled through? Do you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so I see that it is extremely boilerplate, kinda cut and dry, but let's just wait, make sure we have full board for everybody to say their bits and pieces on it.
You were presented a draft by Charlene Anderson, probably a month or so ago now. We did run it through legal counsel. He did say that in the spirit of RSA 91A with government transparency, even if the town or anybody for that matter entered into an NDA, most of the information would be disclosable under RSA 91A. There are very few privacy limitations that would be included in that, but this is just to give the vote of confidence that there is transparency. If you did enter into one, then the public would be notified of it.
And I know people are bringing from other states. Do other states not have the same equivalent to 91A in terms of?
I think some do and some
Yeah.
don't.
Okay.
But an NDA would, a 91A is after the fact, like an NDA would be signed, and then if people found out about it and wanted to get a 91A. So this would be a reminder that without select board
Before you
approval and
enter into one.
transparency, it's like a reminder. The ZBA has asked for this and the planning board. See a lot of papers.
What was it? I saw it.
And my feeling was if our boards are asking for it and some private citizens for transparency and reassurance, I guess there have been some NDAs entered into, particularly surrounding data center issues in other states.
That's where, I know that it came up, but
Yeah, that's a fight.
I can't handle this view of printing. Confidential, I guess.
I can't even find my copy, so you did better than I did. Well, thank you.
It just says we're not gonna enter into one, but I just say we get,
It's a good reminder.
I'm sure it'll be a pretty quick sign and we're not entering into an NDA. Not doing anything. Alright, so we gotta go back to the signature file stuff though, so
Yep. Two.
I just gotta read her statement from this rec revolving fund policy. So it's like 9 pages here. So what,
We've already approved it,
you'd already approved everything on it? So
so we
what,
just need a motion to
So,
sign it.
correct. So, the history behind it is we obviously have a rec revolving fund that was established, it was approved at town meeting, but we never had a policy or a guideline to follow. So it's outside of the way that it was worded in the warrant article, pretty much naming a fund to be held in the custody of the treasurer with a board of selectmen as the agents to expend or to make the approvals for the expenditures from. We don't really give our recreation director any guidance on how the fund should be used, like what expenses should come from it, any revenues received, whether or not those should be allocated towards it for the continuation of the recreation programs that generate the fees. So for the sustainability. It's come up in the past 3 years that I've been part of the budget process here in Nottingham as an additional fund containing, in the neighborhood of $300,000. And why can't that be used for certain purposes? So this outlines and it helps clarify what the purpose of the fund is and
Right.
Hopefully.
How you
give
can
it some
spend the
parameters.
money.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're putting it in writing. Obviously, the purpose of the fund is not to absorb the overall cost of having a recreation department, but to be able to have a sustainable program and have it feasible for the future.
I think that'll be really helpful to the budget committee to read that over. I think there's
And
a
also
lot
Courtney,
of misconceptions, yeah.
because a lot of the discretion is in her hands as to whether or not it qualifies for an
is
operating
there any big
expense
change
or-
here from essentially how she was operating anyway? I didn't, okay.
You signing
The
it?
biggest thing is accurate financial reporting of the fund. It's putting the onus of the responsibility back on the treasurer, the bookkeeper we have a very small portion of it in our town report under the financials, but
And then
that's it.
Didn't you approve it already or not?
Yes, we did.
Matt wasn't here when we approved it, so we're bringing him up
Yeah,
to
I wasn't
speed.
here, Steve.
You're signing it now then? Is that what you're doing?
They only had a draft copy at the last meeting, so I told them that I would give them a formal copy for their signatures,
Okay, so this is-
hoping we'd have a full board in attendance.
But that's why you have three, right?
That is.
We have a minimum quorum.
But you have a quorum.
I said a minimum quorum.
That is a quorum.
Correct.
It had to be a quorum
It's
about
a
a
quorum.
quorum.
So does this say when she needs to come to us to ask? She's come to us to ask before, but this kind of says
Correct,
she
for major,
doesn't
for
need.
major expenditures, she still has to follow the town's purchasing policy, the
Okay,
capital improvement plan, all of the other policies, the financial policies that are in place.
It's pretty straightforward.
yep, I kind of, while we were talking, did the, as quick of a read as I could with it being printed. in
Upside down and
this
backwards.
Challenging.
form. With that, I am good. Charlotte, if you'd like to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the recreation revolving fund policy as written. Oh, we did that,
Make
yeah.
a motion to
Motion
sign
to
it.
Oh, to sign it, sorry.
So it is a
I'm
sign.
sorry. I'll make another motion that we sign the rec revolving fund updated policy.
You should have a deaf
I'll
person.
second that.
Then you can sign it this way.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Alright,
Aye. Signed. All right. Now, we need a motion to sign the purchase and sale agreement. Okay, so this is the rec revolving, done that. Waive the special event.
yeah, done.
Did we already waive the special event to sign the special event?
Yes.
Okay, we did both of these, sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Purchase and sales.
So you wanna make a motion, want me to make a motion, what do you
I
wanna do?
want you to make a motion.
Okay,
Since I
request a motion to
misspoke.
sign the purchase and sales agreement for the .05 acre parcel located on Barrington Road, further identified as map 1, lot 8.
Second that. That was so melodious.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
So with this being said, I do have a planned closure, planned closing, I should say, for tomorrow with the purchasing a butter. There will be a deed execution at that point, so I would like to see if one of you might be available to come in and maybe have a motion to authorize that person to come in and sign the deed so that they can,
What time of day?
I don't know that I have a time. I think they just said that they would be here in the morning. But I can certainly reach out and specify a time of day if that works best.
I would be out if it was before 3.
Before 3, you're available?
No, if it's before 3, I am not available.
Okay.
I'm available afternoon.
I can be available anytime.
Whoa.
All right. So I will make a motion for Steve Walsh to sign as the representative for the town of Nottingham for the purchase and sale agreement for map 1.
It's
lot-
actually going to be for the deed execution.
For the deed execution for map 1, lot 8.
It's hard to make a motion. I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
All right, so Steve can do that.
I'll coordinate with you in the morning.
All right, discretionary preservation barn easement for the barn located at 98 McCrillis Road, which is a corner of McCrillis and Smoke Street. Beautiful white barn.
Any discussion? No? I'll make a motion to sign the discretionary preservation barn easement for the barn located at 98 McCrillis Road, map 25, lot 15.
second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, request action on properties, we did that. All right, so I'll hand those to you there, and we'll make our way through these here in a second. Rec revolving fund, purchase and sale, deed execution, discretionary, all right? Action items for prior meetings, Mindle Road,
Nothing new to report.
scratch that. Town Beach.
Nothing new to report.
So everybody's aware, we were going to attempt to try and we're still working through everything we possibly can. The landowners were not available for a meeting tonight, so we were not able to talk with them. But as soon as we know, you'll know. Review action items for next meeting. So we have a tentative,
Sorry.
not tentative, we have a potential that we might meet on 8/31 if for some reason we were able to meet for the beach or not. But with that, our next scheduled meeting is September the 14th. On that schedule, we do have the New Hampshire DES Dam Bureau is supposed to be coming in to give the update for the potential for all of Pawtuckaway Lake, which is Dolph Dam, Drowns Dam, and the two dikes, and the improvements that are required, similar to Mendham's, which just finished up. Did they get finally at water level? I think they were struggling.
They were struggling.
They're struggling. And also the Nottingham Conservation Committee is supposed to be coming in to discuss the Noyles parcel update in terms of getting that turned into one lot, and I believe they're looking to move forward as
Is that the one behind here?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the person-
And like how they're gonna try to, I believe, move towards a town forest.
so the person coming on September 14th is Corey Clark. He's the chief engineer of the Dam Bureau.
That is correct.
I was looking at Charlotte because she made the meeting.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yep, thank you.
You are correct.
Yeah, that is correct.
You want to sign that too?
No.
No, but it is confirmed.
All right, public comment.
Those signature files.
Oh, yes,
Come on, through the program.
I mean, you're more than welcome, we're a public comment, so please name, address, and we'll try to stick to 3 minutes, but I have a general idea what you're gonna say, so.
Bruce Flannery, Deerfield Road, Nottingham. Real quick, I heard you said that you had further discussions or whatever you need to have with the owners on the beach.
We would like to have them, we
You'd
have
like to
not
have
had them, yeah, we've
Right, exactly.
come up with lots of different things that we're trying to spitball in terms of lease agreements. There was an RSA that was out there for,
Right.
Municipal trail.
municipal legally adopting a trail.
Yep.
We've heard of all sorts of things, but obviously I'm trying to find the best, longest term solution. Like the lease agreement to me leaves us, I feel, very open to very similar constraints that we've dealt with in terms of the previous trail agreement. We're gonna be in a lease agreement, and just like your lease with a rent, you can always, there's always termination criteria for a lease, so. I'll go back to you, it is your time.
No, that's fine. Quick question is that I know I brought it up, and I know there was another woman that had experience in dealing with insurance brought it up, and I understand Primex said that you guys are welcome to go get another policy separate of them to cover them, and I was wondering, did we ever look into that option? I mean, we got 3 weeks left, I understand, but if somebody else would write the policy that you could make the landowner an additional insured, which is what we were trying to explain, and I know you said at the time you're still waiting for Primex, my understanding
So
from listening to
Primex, it
it-
got into the question about like, and Primex is like, in the big terms, like, I mean, sure, you can go do that. That didn't necessarily clear legal in terms of insuring another parcel of property, so I believe that is where we're looking at the, like a lease, because then we can insure ourselves and who we're leasing property from at that point. So there has to be like a carrier for that insurance policy besides just insuring random parcels. So like, what is the medium for that, which would be either a lease agreement, the trail agreement, or something like that, so. And then our lease payment could be used for an umbrella policy, and they could potentially get their own umbrella policy for their own property
Right.
and use our payment of the lease. So there are multiple things that are still extremely complicated on, it's just much, and nobody really wants to be the first one to say, oh, sure, we got your back on that. Everybody's like, that sounds like a mess. I'm like, thanks.
And if I may, the roadblock is we can't spend tax dollars on insuring private property.
No, I understand, and I understood that, and thank you. And then one of the other things, the second point was I have no idea if anybody had any idea how much money we're talking about to get them their monies to cover their additional policy that they're looking for. But I mean, is it possible then there's a lot of people that would like to use the beach. And
Yeah, we've definitely-
if it was $1,000, could we have a fundraiser that asks for the $1,000?
The
every
other
year.
elephant in the room is if we could just staff the gate.
Well, I understand that, but every time I've come here and it was talked about staff to gate, we only had one person and that person's not even
Right.
available anymore and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, I mean, that seems
Seems like
like,
the simpler solution.
well, it does, but you can't hire somebody that you don't know if you actually can employ them because you don't know if you're gonna have the opening. So I understood that was hitting the wall. So did we ever get a number? I'm looking at this point, I understand this, I was hoping you would have some good news because maybe we could get 3 weeks of of summer left, right? I mean,
I don't disagree with you. No, I don't have anything better than that. And I hear everything you're saying, and it comes down to the method in which the monies can be used. And so we have monies. We have the 19,000 that was appropriated for either a gate attendant or whatever.
right.
Can't use it.
But we can't just put it on.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. But if you guys can share, like, if people could raise the money as a separate group, how much money, does anybody have any idea what the ballpark is that we're
Don't
asking?
have
We
a-
don't, because it's gonna be property specific, so it's going to be the needs of,
Have they,
The private-
do we know how much money they're asking for, or ballpark of how much money they're asking for if we were to pay their insurance bill for to give them their umbrella policy?
You
there
can
hasn't been an
correct,
ask.
no, that we haven't gotten an
Even a
estimate.
ballpark or anything?
No.
So we don't even, so we've been talking about this for 3 months, but we really don't even know how much it is. Because the outside group, if we put together a group that did a fundraiser and said, can we run this through to pay them?
I think even if you do
That
that,
wouldn't be you guys, that would be.
No, I know, but it's only
I-
1 year.
Still 1 year,
Solution.
year to
Well,
year.
wait, 1 year at a time.
I
And
know.
This has been a 1 year, we didn't get a solution this year, so there's been no beach.
It'd be nice to have a
appreciate
long-term.
any
It would, I
suggestions,
appreciate that.
I believe, and even then, cause like when people work in support of like FOPAR for the rec, the money, I mean, I guess you could just have your own, like, we're just collecting money, and then everybody would hope that you're giving it to the right place, cause if you gave it to the town, we'd be in the same predicament.
You can't, yeah.
And then I guess you could say we're fundraising it for this.
It's a
And
private-
I don't know if I guess a private group could potentially, like, Friends of Nottingham's
Beach,
Beach type
yeah,
of thing,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you create your own nonprofit and it becomes a whole, whatever.
But it couldn't go
Um,
through the town,
No, I understand.
yeah.
I mean,
And I think we're somewhat limited too, warrant 25 was voted down, so that somewhat limits what we can
Correct.
do.
Well, but you told us to vote it down.
right.
I do.
So, everybody said, no, the
We
legal
said-
opinion in
we-
front of the board was because of illegally, you asked for it to vote down. It was voted down.
You are allowed to vote however you feel. We
I
could not
understand.
support it because
We didn't
it,
support it.
Right.
because it was trying to pull monies, non-taxable monies from funds, similar to like, we're gonna pull it out of rec revolving, but it's like,
You can't
other
do that.
people just can't come and take money out of this fund. So there is no magical non-taxable fund that the town has. I mean, everything we have is.
But understood, you're getting into the
money's-
works, right? Up into the works.
We
of it,
weren't
but-
saying that we didn't want a way to get to the beach. We were just saying we couldn't, as a board,
Recommend that way.
recommend that warrant article
As
as written
Yeah.
and what it was intended to do. And it wasn't that people didn't want want access to the beach. They were just like,
No,
taking our
I've
word.
that
heard
way,
multiple
right.
times, but people didn't vote for that, so they don't wanna spend the money for the access to the beach. That's not true, because you guys said it wasn't written properly or in a way that you could actually enforce it. So there
Correct.
wasn't a vote against spending money or for access to the beach.
and I agree with
Right.
that as well.
Okay,
Right.
all
But
right,
we are
But when we have
prevented,
asked
'cause no means no.
legal,
understood.
yeah, when we've asked legal, it basically falls under the no means no, that we cannot go against the will, and there is vague enough interpretation that you wouldn't be able to say that you adequately polled everybody that voted no, that their intention was,
No, I understand.
so we cannot take anything except for pleasantries
Right, yeah.
at this point, so that's,
No, I understand, but I mean, when people talk about it being voted down, but it was
Correct.
also, it was supposedly not a well-written warrant, I'll just put it that way.
I have,
That was the whole.
I really tell people, these last minute citizen warrant articles have, if you look at the history of the last, since I've moved into town, every single one has not gone over well, including us taking over the camp lake roads. It wasn't done correctly, and we spent a year and a half trying to work with Mr. Bassett just to get his road paved because of how it was
No, I
written.
understand.
So there's that one, the chemical trespass one that went and ended up being a large court battle that the town lost heavily on. Like
No,
I get what people are trying to do, but I would definitely try to use the proper avenues. When this comes up this fall and we start looking for warrant articles, the last minute handwritten ones are the ones that tend to cost the town the most and limit us. So I know we sidebarred a little bit off the 3 minutes. I'd really do rationalize with everybody. I really want access to the beach. I can only do what I'm allowed to do, and I am only, like, it is tough. Yeah, we gotta follow that, and then, we wanna try to find something that's long-term. I mean, I've heard people mention this, the lease thing, and it scares me, because we've had the trail agreement the access agreement that we've had for the last couple of years, and it always varied. I just would like to have something that is set, that protects them, that protects us, that has minor little things that we have a meeting about once a year that we say, this is what we gotta cover, and then we get rec and police behind it, and we just go to the beach and have fun. So I hear you, I really do hear you. I just, the things that I see and all that, I mean, we don't get a lot of support from legal, we don't get a lot of support from insurance. They look very blindly at it, and they're like, I'm an insurance guy, you can't do this, I'm this, so we're trying to get creative, we are.
understood. I guess if we're hitting the wall, I mean, okay, I understand.
We are hitting a wall until we find a way that the current landowners felt that they are protected. And I mean, that's what it comes down to. They either need to feel protected or we don't have access. So they need to feel comfortable with the access that's provided, that something's not gonna happen, that they could end up losing something, so.
All right.
Again, I am sorry, but thank you for coming. We'll continue to
And you fulfilled your goal.
talk again.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be back.
Didn't you call yourself?
I know, I see your little list of things, Robin.
No, it's just, I just have some questions. So I know you
Sorry,
guys
Robin.
been, okay, you can sit and listen. I know you've been working hard, but
I'm sorry, can we just name
Robin
that?
Marshall, 189 Old Turnpike Road.
Thank you, Robin.
So, I don't know, I was just in the bathroom and it got put on me to go investigate the RSA, that the recreational immunity is out there specifically for New Hampshire, because New Hampshire offers a lot of recreational immunity for homeowners who open their back lots for snowmobile clubs and whatnot, and it just seems very, so I was poking around in there and I'm like, well, what is all this stuff? And I don't know if you're the lawyers, because we don't see what the lawyers look at or what they're given to look at. Have they reviewed all the RSA? There's two of them specifically for recreational immunity.
So the tough thing about recreational immunity, which we looked through and which was rebutted to us by the lawyers, was basically that once we limited access and it was not open to public, so basically like open public land, and we became an exclusive Nottingham only population per
You're
signage,
talking from the town or the landowners?
I've tried arguing this
It's
before
statute.
too, and
Okay.
trust me, it is,
The town.
the town is
Oh,
limiting,
Exclusively Nottingham,
that's correct.
some time ago, yeah.
On our property.
Yeah.
The landowners have not explicitly said that they only want Nottingham people to cross their land. So technically, in a world of, if you want to play salty sea lawyer, they have recreational immunity until they hit Nottingham Town parcel, and then Nottingham Town parcel is open to residents only.
Okay.
But there's a gate at the end.
Okay, so talking about the homeowner, because they're the ones who want the insurance to cover them, and I get it, I understand. Worked for insurance for over 40 years. But they have recreational immunity, and they have full control over that immunity. They can put who allows it, they can put who they don't want on it, who they can have it, they can limit it to residents, non-residents.
Right now, you're looking back to RSA 231?
21234. This is RSA 21234. The recreational use statute, there's two different ones that entirely prohibits the uses of your land, so I'm not talking from the town aspect, that's what I'm talking about. If
Correct.
it's a town beach, it's a town beach, you guys can control the town beach.
Correct.
Just the private property. So there's all things for this private ownership of the access road that gives them recreational liability, not from the town, but from the state of New Hampshire. Because the state of New Hampshire protects the landowners, and unless they're deemed that they've provided traps or, cut down things that would be in the way, like purposely maliciously caused, but they said even those people that have tried to, no one's ever been successful in going against that recreational immunity, because New Hampshire is so for it, because of all, they can limit the time, they can limit if it's hunting, or snowmobiling, or swimming, or driving, they can limit it to what recreational use there is. This is the homeowner. I don't know if you can relay it to them, or you can give them these statutes, it's right there on the New Hampshire Fish and Game website. And also, what the town can do, and I don't know, I got told to do this, they can offer a current use tax nuance. Have you heard of this? They can receive a 20% recreational discount based off the current use tax program in New Hampshire. I don't know if this is something you know, Ellen.
You cannot post your land. So they would have to open their land to everybody to hunt and fish and trap and
No, they
recreational
can. It
purpose.
says in there that they can post. In fact, they'll give them signs free. You can go on there and request free signs from the state.
Under current use, you usually can't. To get that recreational credit,
You're going by the town's current use?
And I
it's
think
actually a state statute.
One of the problems is we've been advised otherwise by lawyers. But one of the problems is who enforces that. If they say, if you can't ride a horse down here, you can't have purple hair and come down
With
our
the police,
trail,
they would call
who
the police, so
enforces it?
they said if someone is not, if they, just like they're doing now, if someone's trespassing, because they have posted no trespassing.
So they need to
They call the police,
monitor.
which they're doing now anyway.
Well, I think that was one of their complaints, is that they had to monitor
Yeah.
who's going to
Well, we're only
our town
asking
beach.
4 months of the year. We don't have anything to say.
I'm
about
just
the 8
repeating
months.
I
Right.
understand,
But I
Rob,
don't
and I
know if the
appreciate.
town has anyone that they offer this recreational discount. They have anyone in town currently that they can discontinue the specific discount through your town if you choose to.
Yeah, I don't know if we have
close off
anything
access.
specific to that. I mean, we
No.
have looked at potentially offering a discount, a prorated discount
And they couldn't charge a
for
fee.
taxes to whatever, like we've,
For all of this, they can't charge a fee. That's what it's contingent on. The homeowner, landowner cannot charge a fee to get this recreational immunity. So therefore, they wouldn't need the liability insurance, which seems to be the block in the whole thing. And they have complete control over their land and how it gets used for recreational uses, and they can limit it to residents of Nottingham. It just has to be posted Nottingham residents only, which it already is posted on the
yeah,
access.
I will look and add into that. I know that there
It's under the
were,
Fish and Game website, if you click on the RSAs, there's all sorts of things that it lists under the state of New Hampshire.
there's a lot of them, and I think most of the RSAs about the recreational immunity is the other RSA, so we will forward this off as well.
I believe it was all part of the original trail access agreement.
I will go back and try to look to see if we covered 212 or.
It should negate the need for liability insurance. That's what.
At the beginning of the year, that's what we thought, but then somebody said, once you started limiting access, and we have legal correspondence that says, once you started,
Were they looking New Hampshire specific? Because this is New Hampshire specific. They might be
that's,
thinking.
our lawyers have no reason to look at federal stuff, they're looking at RSA specifically. I will, again, cover,
It seemed like it's New Hampshire specific.
I understand.
That's why I'm just wondering if they're thinking, because you don't have a lawyer that hovers everything in the world for a town. It must be hard. So they were just thinking general, I think, and not specific New
Nope,
Hampshire.
everything was very much RSA based when they told us, and they're the largest.
Okay. Or maybe even reach out to Fish and Game themselves and say, hey, here's our situation.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be the ones at the end of the day who are gonna be defending this. So if our lawyers say
But in a
they're
sense,
not,
they are. In a sense, the town doesn't have responsibility. They're immune, so it's.
We have correspondence, and again, I'm not gonna get back and forth.
Yeah,
We have correspondence that said once we've limited it to Nottingham residents only, they lost recreational immunity.
yeah, because that's not what the website's saying, so.
So, and I will go back and I definitely will look at this. I tell you, I have spent a
then the
lot of
tax
time
discount,
reading
maybe that
RSAs
might
and
be
they are very
an
worthy.
incentive where they could get a recreational discount if they offer it, if they open it up.
Correct. And it all comes into different types of postings, but honestly, sometimes it's just if you have the different sign that marks the different RSA, it makes all the difference. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I will
I just keep
attempt to read that.
trying. I keep trying.
I know. I keep trying as well.
I just keep trying and can't find solution.
Um,
Thank you.
Steve, do you have anything?
No,
You're the only person left in the room.
no, but I'm really impressed that you've done what you said. You've actually moved people off the duty taxes and to the taxpayers.
Must feel good.
Got more work to do, but yes, we'll keep.
Good
You can
progress.
see how complicated it is.
It is. I do feel bad for the gentlemen. They were very receptive though, and we'll make sure we try to, that we're good on anything else that we have going forward. But
And remember the cliche, when there's smoke, there's fire.
Ellen, anything for non-public tonight?
Yes, just a brief one under, 91A32A for personnel.
A. All right,
And B, I'm sorry, B for hiring.
and B. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Nottingham. Thanks for the quick meeting. Again, we'll hope to see you guys soon. There's a potential for a workshop style meeting on 8/31, but if not, we will see you on 9/14 after the election. Remember, September 8th here at the community center. You want to make your voice heard for your primary and the data center moratorium.
It's for sale now.
It was always for sale or lease. Do not get your hopes up. He just has a building at the place that he can officially post it for lease.
Do you
I
want
signed
us
that
at the
Purple
workshop?
Hope
We don't come
cash
to the
show.
A workshop's the same.
See your signature file.
I need a motion to move into RSA non-public, please.
Oh, all right, I'll move that we move out of public and into non-public.
Per,
Oh, God. Yes, I'm sorry, per RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, A and B.
you second that, please?
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Aye, Steve Welch.
Hi, Matt Sherlin.
Hi, Charlotte Fife.
Thank you very much, Nottingham.